right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. Minshew, 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Could be coming back. That's out of the right guard, sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. A gain of 4. They'll go play action here with Minshew. This is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They had this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook down to the 25.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. For the Vikings and Saints, you might recall they battled in the wild card round a season ago, and it was the guys in purple who came in and pulled off the upset, with Kirk Cousins finding Kyle Rudolph in a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 12. Winston. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage and get clearing space.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll run on first down. Close. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
The score, Saints 7, Vikings nothing. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Off play action, it's Minshew. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
44-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
49-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Saints 7, Vikings nothing.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. When against it to give. It's Kamara. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
At the 31. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Winston. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. He'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards on 1st down. It's Cook. Looking into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. It's 26 touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Winston on 3rd and 2. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Called out a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brought down at the
On the ground, Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, #2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Saints.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
11 at the 24-yard line.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
1st down, Saints.
Now Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on 1st down. Groves. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Adderley on the tackle. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Shocker. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. It'll be Minshew again. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of the...
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now.
Makes the score Saints 24, Vikings 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Kamara. Left side, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there out of Kamara. 64 yards on the ground. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
31, Vikings 14. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it will result in a fresh set of downs. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be second and goal. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And this time he is in. Yes. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Winston from the gun on third down. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. So give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. First and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. Minshew going to be intercepted for the third time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
37, Vikings 22.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Devin Duvernay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try and run it here. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
The tackle made.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there. Checking it nicely. Good English on that punt. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes. You can read his hands. And you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it. And oftentimes, knock it away.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. at the 25-yard line.
This will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Winston to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.